Good morning, Paul.
Good morning.
How are you today?
This is Monday.
Huh?
This is Monday. What is it?
I'm thinking that you're having a great day. No,
Well,
come on, it wasn't that bad of a weekend, was it?
weekend.
No, no. But leave duty.
Well, not Monday, but everybody's got weekend left.
Uh,
Most things are coming down with Christmas, and then you got snow the bastard.
yeah.
And you wake it up and down again.
Can't you just push them out into the roof? No, no, but can't people generally just push them off the roof?
Well, surprisingly enough, in the bigger towns, they actually customize it. And they
Yeah.
come up with something. Unfortunately, we're not a big town.
We don't have a suck back.
No, we don't have a town. We don't have service like that.
Oh, we have a suck back. It's just not on four wheels. Since that, let's talk politics.
I ain't going there.
Good morning, Victoria. You cannot hear Paul? Well, of course not, because he doesn't. 7 years and he hasn't figured out how to use a microphone yet.
I got it up here.
How about that? Yeah, it is. Can you hear Paul now?
He turns it down on purpose. So
You are turned up higher than I am. Yeah. So I don't want to hear that. That's not even true. So now and you sound distant. Okay, hold on.
Oh.
Hold on
So
here.
you sound also maybe it isn't me.
Probably is you.
Oh. Time you're ready.
No. Hold on a minute. 1, 2. There we go. I think that's much better now.
Ah.
How about now, Victoria? Do we sound distant and no Paul? Paul, count to 5 or something.
1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 20, 7, 4, 5, 3, 2, 1.
Paul, another graduate of Grizzled Elementary School. There, now you got Paul.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, whatever. It is hot in here.
I know. I don't know why.
Well, it's warm outside, so.
Well, it is warm outside. That is correct. I mean, it's gorgeous out.
It is. It's very, very nice.
Tomorrow it can be a different story.
Well, it's got to make it cold for election day.
Yeah.
What's the weather like today? Cold.
Yeah.
Who's going to win? There's a lot of state races. A lot of them we don't really care about.
A lot of them we don't care about. Yeah. I don't know. Because we have nothing local.
No. Well, it's midterms.
Yeah. So there's nothing local to worry about. So, yeah, I think this is my prediction. This part of the state will be red and the other part of the state will be blue.
Okay.
That's my guess. Yep. Yep. So we can vote for all the state people we want, but the other side of the country, the other side of Connecticut, that'll win. So there you go.
Does Ned get reelected? I mean, I know what you think, and I've said it all along. I don't think anybody's going to beat him. I don't think Stefanowski's going to beat him. He didn't beat him last time. He's not going to beat him this time.
No. How people forget, though. A year ago, everybody was bitching at him, calling him Hitler and calling him Gestapo and calling him everything else because he had us on lockdown. That was a year ago. Everybody forgot about that. So now he's back in again. And I think the one thing that bothers me the most is giving his wife that contract where she made millions of dollars for those PCR tests.
Isn't that kind of something that
you
don't even know where I'm going? Do you know where I'm going?
Go ahead. I got an idea.
Tell me.
Well, it's a kind of a, I can't even think of the word now. Damn it.
Mhm.
Monday. Yeah. He shouldn't have done that because it's, just something that you just don't do. Did anybody else
Wasn't there a
bid?
previous governor that kind of did stuff like that?
Yeah.
Ended up in jail.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Twice.
Yeah. Funny thing is, if he ran again, I think he'd win.
He probably would.
I think he'd win.
Yeah. I don't think he can now.
Is anybody here other than Victoria? Victoria, it's nice. I'm glad that you are participating. But how many trolls are out there? Yeah, John Rowland. Come on, if you're not participating, you're a troll. Don't troll. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? Good morning. So, I'm not saying anything that I say this morning doesn't mean I am or I am not voting for them. It has nothing to do with that. My vote, talking about it on this show or anywhere, doesn't mean anything. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Shouldn't matter to you or anybody else, just like
Yeah.
yours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But my opinion is that John Rowland will be our next governor. No, I think Lamont. I don't think he loses.
I don't think so either.
But do you hear what I said? I don't think he loses. I didn't say he's going to win. I don't think he loses. There's a little bit of difference in that statement.
Okay. What's the difference?
What's the difference?
If you don't lose, what do you do?
Well, you win. I understand what you're saying.
All right.
But what I'm saying is I don't think Bob Stefanowski is a strong enough candidate. And maybe tomorrow or Wednesday I'll eat these words. I don't know. But I don't think he's a strong enough candidate to beat the Democratic machine, which is west of the river.
Yep. It's too big.
So we can look at, this is what we want. This is what I want. But let's look at the reality.
It's too big.
Right. He's not going to win Bridgeport.
Nope.
He's not going to win Hartford. He's not going to win New Haven. He's not going to win Danbury.
No, he's not. Because that's where the state gives away all the stuff. They give everything to those towns, not our towns.
For Stefanowski to win, he's got to win he's got to win 160 towns.
That ain't going to happen.
Because they're all little. But because of the big ones, he isn't going to win.
No.
And that is not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
I think you're right. I honestly do. I don't think we've had he did it last time and then he didn't make out very well. And I don't even know why he did it again, but apparently we have no other candidates that can go up against Lamont. So we're going to have 4 more years of Lamont.
Yeah, Victoria says, I think it will be close.
Well, close only counts on horseshoes.
Horseshoe hand grenades.
Yeah, that's about it, unfortunately. Yeah. So. Yeah.
But that is my thought. Does anybody else have a thought? Are there any humans in this room other than Victoria and Jennifer? Or are you Facebook robots? Just to make it look like there's people here.
Oh.
Make us feel good that people are listening.
Well, it's Monday, warm day. People are out. People got to go to work, So, yeah, I'm afraid, that's going to happen. I'm so afraid that's, when it comes to the Senate races, who the hell knows?
It's going to be, the news station is going to be all over it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Plus now, as you mentioned, we're now getting text messages. They're using social.
Oh, that I don't like.
Yeah,
that I don't like at all.
Yeah,
that's like, come on. And you made a point last week. You said nobody's talking about what they did. They're talking about what the others didn't do.
Oh yeah, that's what they're doing. Absolutely. The 3 things, as we all know, on a ballot is, first of all, it's Roe versus Wade.
Yeah.
To me, how does all these different other positions, what do they do about Roe versus Wade? Oh yeah, I'm going to protect Roe versus Wade. What the hell are you talking about? They're not even just a small position, but they're going to protect Roe versus Wade. That's the one thing that they talk about. I reduced taxes. He didn't reduce taxes at all. He raised taxes, for the middle class people. But he's giving money to lower class people.
Okay.
That's the way it happens. So the middle class is going to eventually be lower class.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Jennifer makes a pretty critical statement here. Did you know that 4 of the 5 governors who followed Tip O'Neill were elected? Tip O'Neill? No.
Tip O'Neill.
Were elected to an initial term with less than 50% of the vote in the multi-candidate races. None with a winning margin of more than 3.5 percentage points.
See, I think Stefanowski came back. He came out too late. Lamont was beating him up on Roe versus Wade and how he's not a good candidate and how he's not going to protect it. And he did nothing. He did nothing until finally, over the last 3 or 4 weeks, he finally came back and started talking about it, But that was the whole thing and, this person here, he's not good for Connecticut. It's like, what the hell? You tell me that you're better for Connecticut than your opposition? Come on, give me a break. That's the other thing they're using.
Sean McFadden said, "Did you miss me yesterday?" So, Sean McFadden is one of our brand new sports play-by-play commentators.
Wow.
And we did a game yesterday that he was coaching and he couldn't commentate.
Gotcha.
But Sean, I did miss you, and I will tell you this: I kept yelling down to the field, "Hook and ladder! Hook and ladder!" So anyway,
private joke.
He didn't run the hook and ladder. Shayna says, "Good morning. Well, I'm not a Lamont supporter. JP Morgan's great grandson. You mean the lady from the Gong Show? Super elite. He'll never be broke. Just saying."
No, he never will be. No. Plus, his wife's got plenty of money.
Donna says, "Good morning," and good morning to you, Donna. And he says Lamont's going to win.
Yeah.
Victoria, Leora Levy, time for Dick to go. That's the closest one, I think.
Who's that?
Levy against Blumenthal.
I don't know.
I think that one's going to be a tight race. I think Blumenthal's a little scared.
I don't know. Well, I mean, he did vote for a lot of crap. He did. He voted for a lot of stuff that kind of hurts us.
Okay.
And I honestly hope he gets a scare. I really do.
Blumenthal?
Yeah. That way, maybe Murphy will wake up.
This is going to be interesting. This is going to be an interesting race. That's the one I think one of the ones I'm going to watch the closest.
Yeah, but she didn't come out till later. I mean,
doesn't matter. She's outspoken. She's a female. And I hate to sound sexist, but females are where it's at right now as far as politicians are concerned because they're sick of the guys.
Yeah. Do I think he should be out of there? Of course I think he should be out of there because he's been in there for I don't know how many years, and it's the good old boys. I agree. Yeah. I agree. He should be out of there.
Dave. Hey, Dave. Out in Hamden. Says, yes, Lamont will win again thanks to Hartford, New Haven, Bridgeport, New Britain, and New London. Those are a couple I didn't mention. New Britain and New London. Look at the map of where he has campaigned. He knows all he needs are the inner cities. And that's what we already talked about. We mentioned that.
Yeah.
Stefanowski's going to have to carry 160 towns.
Ain't gonna happen.
You know, I mean,
No.
Lamont only needs 9. He needs those big towns, and that's it.
Yep. And he gives all those towns all the money from the state.
Mm-hmm.
But they're the ones that, benefit from all these different grants and things that are out there. We never get anything because we all vote. The side of the state is red. So guess what? You think he's going to do something for red? Hell no.
Victoria also thinks that Roe versus Wade. I don't think Roe versus Wade is an issue here. I think the economy is the biggest problem in Connecticut.
Yeah, but what are they talking about? Roe versus Wade.
Because it's a hot topic.
Yeah, because they're trying to make
it's a buzzword.
They're trying to make the other person like they're against women,
mm-hmm.
especially if it's a guy that's running.
Like we asked the 2 senatorial candidates that we had in here, Heather Summers and Farouk Rajab.
Yeah,
and I just wanted to know where they stood on it.
Yeah,
and that was it.
Yeah, I know. Connecticut's not going to change. It's going to stay the same. It's not going to be anything different.
No, it's not going to change.
Yeah, but that's what they're using. That's a key thing. I don't think inflation. Yeah, it's an issue. That's for sure. But you think Blumenthal gives a crap about inflation? Shit, no. Oh, excuse me, no. Whatever.
You do that all the time, and you go, "Oops!" Like, "Oops, I goofed." Come on, you know exactly what you're saying. It's like you're dropping, the shit bomb all the time. And every time it's like, oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that? Oh, my goodness. Come on. I'm on to you. Polino loves your background. Dave, Paul hasn't seen his background yet.
I don't even know what the hell it is.
Could put anything there.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Victoria says that Lamont votes with Biden.
Oh, he almost fell off the stage. That was the latest thing.
All right. Can we talk about how all of a sudden Richard Blumenthal goes by Dick? I know that's a nickname for Richard, but when did it change? 25 years as Richard. Also, nobody mentions his stolen valor.
Yeah, well, we always knew he went by that name anyway. At least we called him that anyway.
It's a family show, guys.
I know. I didn't say anything.
Polino, Victoria says he changed it shortly after going to DC. He wanted it to fit in. He wanted to fit in down there.
He's still looking. He still wants to go higher and higher. Yeah, but he looks like crap. He's got to be up there in age. He's got to be up in his upper 70s, ain't he? Dick?
I have no idea.
Not a young guy.
He's old.
Been in there too freaking long.
Jen Gauthier says Governor Lamont is campaigning to the Democrats in the cities that are predominantly Democratic voters.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
Don't campaign hard. Campaign smart. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
She also goes on to say, I absolutely believe that women are concerned about about Roe being overturned. But for Connecticut, we are less concerned because our rights are codified. What does codified mean there, kid? What do you mean by that? It is very important to voters in states where it is not currently law to protect women's rights.
That is correct. Yep. Yeah, I think in the Bible Belt states, those are the ones where
Codified meaning written into law.
It is, yeah, right.
So, well, no,
I know, but it is kind of a law in the state. But I think the Bible Belt is where they're concerned that they get overturned.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Victoria says there's been a shift in our voter registration. I think the number is 16% of Dems are now Republicans, and Blumenthal is 76.
And you got a lot of independents out there too. We don't know where they're going.
Blumenthal 76.
76. Time to retire, Dick. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, I hope he gets a scare. I really do. Yeah.
Do you think this is it for him if he wins? being 76 years old. You think he continues, right?
Nope.
You think he continues
Absolutely.
until he goes paws up?
He's not going to quit. No, he likes being in front of the cameras. He likes being in front of the, out in the front. He likes to be in the forefront. Yep, that's his thing. I mean,
do you think, as a whole, as a country, the House will become controlled by the Republicans? The House and the Senate.
Well,
that's the big thing. That's the big.
I hope it balances that way. I hope if anything comes out of this, that it becomes balanced, and that we have a balance of power, so that one party can't make all the decisions. It becomes bipartisan, where they both have to make it.
Yeah.
That's what I think is good through the country, because if not, if the Democrats, we're going to you might as well bend over and kiss our butts goodbye, because we're going to continue to spend. And what else, they're going to give away? We're think about where this country is. Not only are we suffering from inflation, high prices of everything, gas, oil. He doesn't want any oil. He wants to want this. Our depleted just about our oil thing. And then we got China, and then we got China, and then we got Ukraine, and then we got Russia. I mean, do you really want Big Joe in charge of that? I mean, because right now,
let's do the thing, man.
But
do the thing.
But if he's in charge, I mean, now you got the one side of the house making all the decisions. Who knows what these idiots are going to do? At least if it's balanced, at least you got somebody saying, "Hey, look, that doesn't make any sense."
Let's see here. Blum wanted to retire, but because okay, we're gonna get rid of that. Okay. Let's see. I don't think that's actually Farouk. I think it's probably somebody from his campaign. But good morning to you. Donna says, you're right, Paul. Madeline, stay in his seat. The plan didn't work for Democrats because people were doing their homework. Oh, it is him. It is him.
Who?
Farouk Rajab.
Oh,
he's in the chat room.
Gotcha.
It is him. Look at that. Well, good morning.
Oh.
Let's see. Victoria says, Madeline, I was so disappointed when the Republicans endorsed Themis.
Endorsed who?
Themis. Claridis. Was she from Danbury? Bridgeport, that area?
Who is she?
She
I don't
she
even
was
know.
a senior member of the House at one point.
I don't even know.
You know what she used to be? She used to be a WWE ring girl.
Really?
Yes, way back in the day.
Yeah, I don't know who she is.
Huh?
I don't know who she is.
Yeah. Oh, that's yeah. You haven't heard of Themis Claridis? Are you under a rock?
I don't know. I don't know who the hell she is. I don't follow that closely. Like her is my local.
Who's going to win the Sterling vote? Both people are voting tomorrow.
Both people. I don't know.
Madeline said also that Themis is the wife of a VP of Eversource. You, of all people.
All the VPs at Eversource are all changed since I left. They're all gone. I mean, anybody I know.
They went up. Paul's gone. We're out.
They're all left. Got to remember that Eversource was taken over by Eversource was taken over by Boston.
Yeah.
So when I left, it was just Boston.
Was that when CLP kind of migrated over? Became Eversource?
Boston management took over. They got bought out by Boston.
You know what I think has been the worst business transition of all time as far as customer service is concerned? Seriously?
No.
Is Atlantic Broadband to Breezeline.
Yeah,
they suck. No, I'm sorry, they suck. If you're at customer service right now, tell somebody to retrain you guys because your customer service sucks. It does. It's awful.
You can never get a hold of them.
Not only that, but they screw everything up. I've had nothing but issues going from I am this close to going saying Xfinity. Yeah. They've been knocking on my door for 6 months saying,
See,
come to us.
see, I switched to Xfinity and I kind of like them.
Kinda, or you do or you
I
don't.
do like
I mean, there's a
them. I do
difference.
like them because I can communicate with them much easier than I could with Breezeline. It took them 2.5 months to give me my refund back. When I
$7. I want my $2.
no, it was like $79. It took them 2.5 months to return my money.
I mean, you know, I don't like to bash, you know, anybody or businesses or something like that, but these guys have been awful.
Oh, they're terrible.
I even said to one of the customer service reps, I mean, I wasn't nasty to this person because
Yep.
I said, I don't know what happened. I said, but when I started out with Atlantic Broadband, I said, customer service was phenomenal. I said, people would be making remarks about Atlantic Broadband in the local chat, social media boards. And I'd be sitting there going, I don't have any problem with them. They've been excellent and awesome. I said, ever since you guys became Breezeline, I said, it hasn't been too breezy.
Their corporate headquarters, I believe, is in Massachusetts.
Well, and then the customer service rep said to me, well, we really didn't do anything. All we did was rebrand and change our name.
Yeah, a lot of companies do that.
Okay, but they changed something because their customer service model is terrible.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened when Northeast Utilities switched over to Eversource. They changed the
Mhm.
whole logo around.
Yeah.
When they got sucked up by the Boston company.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we haven't talked about, like, say, Anne Dauphiné in the 44th.
Yeah.
I think she gets reelected.
Yeah.
Even if it's name recognition alone.
See, I'm not that familiar with because she's from Plainfield and up in that area, not down here.
Brian Lanou. I don't know anything. I kind of wonder if his opponent is really just a placeholder.
I don't know. I don't even know who it is.
It's a lady from Preston. That's all I know. I knew her name, but I saw nothing as far as signage,
Nothing,
or anything like that.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yep.
So, and I generally don't speak of certain things, but Brian, I'll speak on, just because I've heard from other people too that whoever this what if she wins?
Yeah.
She'd be like, oh crap, now what?
Yeah, we don't even know who she is. But don't go by that, because we all know in our local elections we didn't know who the second selectman was and what he won.
Jennifer just said she was a placeholder. She's not seeking a seat. That's what we thought. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think we can honestly say that Brian Lanou will get his third term as 45th district rep.
Yeah. Gotcha. So it'll be interesting on Wednesday after we find out a result, if we have results.
Oh, you kidding? I'll be down at Town Hall at 7:58 tonight.
Tonight and tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, yeah, not tonight. I won't be up there.
Yeah. No, I think you may not know either what's going on, because there may be some tight races.
I don't think they're going to be that tight.
No.
I really don't.
No.
I mean, I think they'll be. I think the Levy, the Levy Blumenthal race will be fairly tight. But
see, you do.
I think she's going to win. I think she's going to beat him.
You do. I don't think so.
I
think she'll get the votes here. I don't think she'll get the votes in Central Connecticut.
Okay. See, I think. All right. So 2 years ago, we had this big red wave, right?
Yeah.
Of all the local legislators.
Yep.
You know. What statement, Jennifer said, I take offense to that statement. What statement are we speaking to? As a register of voters, we are ethical and diligent in administrating the local elections.
I don't know. Didn't talk about elections.
I don't know.
You mentioned elections.
Don't know. Was it something in the chat room?
Yeah, I don't know. We never mentioned elections. Mhm. Mm.
Oh, okay, all right. It was a another. Let's see if I can find it.
Oh, somebody in a room made enough.
Yeah,
I think here I think it's pretty straight on the level because you know they really do some checking when people go in to vote.
she said about the polls stopping for 6 hours and then Democrats showing up.
Huh?
That was, I believe, that was Madeline Garner that said that. Texas Death Match here at SNSN. Ding, ding. In this corner from Plainfield, Connecticut, standing 5, maybe 5'1".
Wow.
Madeline Yo Mama Gardner. Garner. And in this corner from Jewett City, Connecticut, hailing with the big hair from the high school days. She posted this picture. Jennifer had big hair.
Oh.
She did. From Jewett City, Connecticut, it's Jennifer. Mama said, knock you out, Gauthier.
No, I honestly think they do run a.
It's time.
No, it's pretty straight.
Huh?
I don't think there's any funny baloney going on around here.
No.
Mm-mm.
Are you 5'5", really,
Mm.
Madeline?
No, I think they have their
Right.
act together. Yeah.
So let's see which one comes out victorious.
Yeah.
Should have them both here in the studio.
Oh well.
All right, you two go to your corners. Go to your corners.
I wonder how many people are going to vote.
7. The same amount of people in Sterling.
I wonder. No, I'm not talking Sterling. I'm talking about Jewett City, Griswold. I wonder if it's going to be a
Jewett
turnout.
City, the you know damn well that
No, let's just
it's
talk
horrible.
Jewett City, but Jewett City, Griswold. I wonder how many.
This election, next to none.
You don't think there'd be that
Nope.
much because there's a midterm.
Right. There's nothing in really. I mean, the only thing that really affects Jewett City or oh, hold on a minute. Hello, Town and Country. Good morning.
Hi, Mike. How are you?
I'm on the radio, and so are you right now.
Awesome.
That's what happens when you call when we're on the air.
Sorry about that. You want to call me back? Because I don't believe you want your credit card on the air.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I'll call you at 10:10.
Okay. Have a great day, everybody.
All right, we'll
Bye-bye.
see you. Bye. I bought oil.
Gotcha.
So anyway. What was I saying? Oh, I could if I would play Eye of the Tiger if Facebook wouldn't ding me for copyright violations. You can't do anything on social media without. It's terrible.
There's one question on the ballot too.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Something about allowing early voting. Something to do with early voting.
Mail-in votes or
Something about early voting, yes or no? Yeah.
I don't know. On the same ballot, they're also going to vote that if it's okay to Walmart to start Christmas shopping in April.
That's on the ballot. That's not on the ballot. But that's on the ballot. So
All right, Jennifer. Now she says I'm estimating 3,000 voters. Now you're estimating in the town, right? Town and borough combined, I'm assuming. Bam, 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 bam. That's as close as you guys, Eye of the Tiger, as you're going to get. Because I'm sorry, you have violated copyright violations. Even though we play music, we pay music licensing on here. You can't play a snippet of a song. Did you know that when we were up, I'm sure you do know, when we were up at the other studio, if somebody was at the stoplight
playing music
and they were playing music and our microphones picked it up, Facebook gave us a copyright violation. I'm like, how can I help if we're playing, if something gets caught in the background? Idiots.
Oh, well. I
God.
don't know what to tell you.
It's the algorithm that picks it up.
Yeah.
It's ID software. And they
Yeah.
go bing.
Yep.
Oh, David, he says, oh, here we go. People are offended. And I'm thinking, no, I think that's a different kind of offended. All right. So, Jennifer. I think she has. Jennifer, is that you again, or is that somebody else? Here's a nice little blurb. Shall the Constitution of the United States be amended to permit the General Assembly to provide for early voting?
That's the question.
A yes vote would allow our legislator. Okay, Jen said it is hard. A yes vote would allow our legislator to discuss the issue of early in-person voting and draft necessary legislation to amend the Connecticut Constitution to allow changes to our election laws. A no vote would mean that the election laws that are already written into our state constitution will remain.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'll leave that up there for a minute so people can read through it.
Yeah, that's a good explanation.
So how do you think that'll fare? In today's day, I think it wins.
You think so?
Yes, I do.
I don't.
Okay. You have a lot. Here's my stand, and this is why I say this. We have, as a society, we've been moving more and more to we've always had a get it done now kind of mentality here in Connecticut on the East Coast.
Yeah.
But with social media, even pushing harder and harder and getting even more interwoven into our society every year, people want things yesterday, even more so. If, like, for example, there was a celebrity death yesterday. Within 30 seconds of that being announced, it was all over the internet.
Mm-hmm.
All over. It was crazy. And pictures.
Wow.
And pictures. Just to give you an idea.
Oh, yeah. That was
So-
a young singer, right?
Huh?
The singer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Carter.
The only problem.
Jennifer said it was on the ballot in 2014 and failed. But that was 8 years ago.
The only problem I see with that is early voting. That if something, you go vote and then all of a sudden something comes out about the individual, you already cast your vote. So whatever, the person did.
I don't think people are thinking about that. I think if they want an early vote, they just want to get it done.
What does that mean? Does that mean now you're going to have another voting day in person? Because you got to make sure you check it.
I don't know what that means.
I mean,
It's an in-person vote. It's not a mail-in.
right. So you're going to have to go. They're going to have another place at the town hall to go vote, early voting. All right, and have somebody make sure that you're not voting twice and the whole thing. And then when it comes November 8th or whatever the hell
Mhm.
the day is, now you got to check to make sure that person didn't vote again. So,
Or do they just go to the town clerk's office and they have the voting machine and they're like an ATM machine?
I suppose you could do that. But
You know what I mean?
You still got to go through the checks and balances to make sure that the person is legit.
Yeah.
So somebody's got to do that. I don't know how many people would take advantage of it, but again, I think early voting, if somebody, and I think was there a couple things last year that came out during the voting that they discovered some stuff on some individuals, and it was too late because people already voted.
Mm.
And if they would have seen it before, they probably wouldn't have voted for the individual.
Jennifer said it would be the same as casting an absentee ballot prior to the election. It would be the same as election day, just for more than one day.
So
And more work for the people that have to count the darn thing.
yeah. And that would, I mean, do they have to keep do those votes have to be kept?
It's good information, by the way.
But I
so
guess
people
those
know.
votes, do they have to be kept secret?
You mean like locked up?
Yeah.
I would assume. They were locked up before. They had to be locked up before.
Yeah, I would think that you wouldn't see those votes until actual election day. I would hope.
She said yes.
Okay. That makes sense.
All right. So tomorrow's election day.
Yeah.
We'll have to. Who knows what's going to happen? I
Don't know.
think people are riding on. I think Republicans, and this is just an opinion. I think a majority of the Republicans are hoping that they're going to have a midterm red wave like they did with the local red wave 2 years ago.
Right. That's what they're saying.
And I think that is.
I just hope it's a
is.
balance myself. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm an independent.
No.
I'm an independent.
Mhm.
And I just hope that it just balances out.
Got it.
So there's not all one-sided. That way there's.
So how does that happen? Tell
Oh,
me.
No, I'm not sure. That means some of the people in both House and Senate have to be, Republicans have to be elected into those positions. So it becomes
Mhm.
more of a balance. Yeah.
Okay.
So requires both them to work on a bipartisan type, get back to where we can work together. Right now, it's all one-sided. We know that. Yeah. I mean, are we going to have a democracy after Tuesday? Of course. Everybody's saying once the Republicans get in, there will be no democracy. Ooh, come on, give me a break.
See, now Jennifer said something too that I don't agree with. It has nothing to do with policy or anything like that. She said, as far as we were talking about voter turnout, for tomorrow. And I think she said, I am estimating, here it is. I am estimating 3,000 voters. That's 30% of the voting force. Am I right? Right around there, give or take? I don't think you're going to see 30%.
Well, all depends how people feel. A lot of people right now are not happy. They are not happy with the current, not necessarily, I mean, they're not happy with our legislatures we even have in Washington.
Mhm.
I mean, they're looking for change. Now, let's keep in mind that we're voting for a couple of local state reps, both the House and the Senate. We're also voting for just Blumenthal and the others. And what's his name? The guy from the other guy. I can't even think of his name. Shit. What happened?
Another S bomb.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know I did that. Oh, excuse me. Am I okay? Am I
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Did I say that word again?
Yeah. What's our guy that does our EB stuff? He's local. I can't even think of his name. Damn it. When it comes to names, like pretty bad. He's also running too. He's the Democrat running for Congress.
Okay.
He gets in all the time, but a lot of people are not happy with him either.
In Connecticut?
Yeah. Huh?
I mean, Joe?
Joe. Yeah.
Joe Courtney.
Yeah. Joe Courtney. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but a lot of people are not happy. I mean, but are people going to get out? It's a good question. I don't know.
Let's see. Jennifer is definitely a numbers gal. We have received 310-ish absentee ballots, and historically, in her experience, that is 10% of the ballots cast.
So is that how many we have now already?
310-ish. Yes.
That's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. It's quite.
I don't know. I still don't think you're.
I don't know. It all depends. All depends how people feel.
I'm going to go with 2,100.
Well, I don't.
2,100, Bob.
I'm not going to go with any number because I have no clue.
The actual retail price of the voters is. We'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sometime tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
All right, Jennifer, I'm going with 2,100.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and like I say, I don't think a lot of people will vote.
Yeah, even Cortland said isn't 3,000 more like 40%.
Yeah.
How many registered voters in is it Just under 8,000 or just under 9,000
I have no
in the
clue.
town of Griswold?
I have no clue.
Madeline, how many registered voters are there in the town of Plainfield? All right, Jennifer says, ish. 8,500 ish.
Oh. Yeah, 4,000 would be
It's like 50%.
close to 50%.
Yeah.
46, 45, somewhere around
Well, hey,
there. Yeah, I
we'll see
hope
what
people
happens.
do. I hope people turn out. I really do.
I'm still going with 2,100.
It's about time people step up to the plate. And if you want change and you want to get rid of something or keep it the same, whatever, you got to get your butt out there and vote. Don't bitch about it. Don't do anything about it.
I would vote Jennifer a Coca-Cola, but that would be
Yeah.
unethical
Yeah.
with the position that she holds. So,
Yeah. I mean, got to do something.
Yeah.
But I think, the problem is a lot of the bigger races are towards the central part of the state.
Mhm. All right. So, Court Kinney, how many votes do you think will be cast in the town of Griswold? Same thing with you, Rich Wasilek. She goes, we can just go and enjoy a Coca-Cola Dutch. All right, that's cool. We can do that. But boy, I'll have so many questions for you. You'll be like, God, I don't want to do this. All right. Madeline says 8,300. So Madeline, let me ask you this. How many people do you think will actually vote in the town of Griswold? I mean Plainfield. So Rich says 1,900. I said 2,100.
Yeah, probably close.
Jennifer's right around the 3,000 mark ish.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of you don't forget now, by the time people get out of work, it's going to be dark and dingy. It's going to be dark. So who the hell wants to stop and vote when it's all dark? Now it's not like, now that
But
it's
it's like
dark.
that every year.
That's
a
dark.
difference.
I know, but it's
a
dark. and
difference.
People
What's the difference?
Well,
It's
the
like that
thing
every
is,
year.
But locally, there's really nothing there that's going to force them to come in and make them want to do a change. It was
Mhm.
different the last election because we're impacting town government, but here it's a little different now. But you still should go out and vote because that makes a big difference, especially when it comes to the federal election and the state elections.
Mhm.
Those are two things that are important because that still impacts you probably more than the local election.
Now, is it still good? Is it at the high school or is it at town hall?
Oh, I would think it's at the town hall.
Well, every other election lately has been at the high school.
Really? I'm glad that. Yeah, that's right. Let us know. It's a good point because I would have went to the town hall.
Court says, yet our budget referendum draw only about 5%. That's a direct effect to your town. Because I think we may top 3,000. Okay. So they're saying that over half of the registered voters are going to get out and vote.
Okay, I hope so. So where is it going to be? Is it at town hall?
I don't know. Let's
I
see.
think that's something we need to know.
Rich says at the school. It is at the school. They've been at the school lately the last few years.
So it's going to be at the middle school, I guess, right?
Huh?
Middle school. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's in the gym, right? Isn't that generally where it is?
Yes.
In the
Yeah.
gym. Yeah. Well, there's plenty of parking there, that's for sure. Yeah. So.
Let's see. Here's the official announcement.
Okay, good.
Election day is Tuesday. Registered voters from both District 1 and 2 will be voting at the Griswold High School, 267 Slater Avenue. Please park in the parking lots nearest to the tennis courts and enter the building from this side door. Polls are open from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. A link in the ballot is attached. Please be reminded that in addition to casting your votes for your elected officials, there is a ballot question that requires a yes or no answer.
Exactly. Okay, so it's the high school.
It is the high school.
I thought it was the middle school. Okay, the high school.
When's the last time they did the middle school? Wah, 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 wah.
One looks like the other.
They do not look like the other.
Hey,
The middle school is
was
half
two-
the size,
hey.
if that.
it was a couple of years ago. I don't remember.
A couple that they voted at the middle school?
No, it was 2 years ago we voted.
Yeah, it hasn't been.
I can't remember that far back.
I think the last town election they had at town hall was the borough election.
Well, I'm saying that the last election was 2 years ago. I don't remember which.
Oh,
school
yeah, and the borough election is done
I
by
don't-
hands.
I don't move borough. I mean, I don't remember what school I went to. All right.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you think
Yeah.
that, in your estimation, in your worldly views here, Mr. Lash,
Okay.
that people are just going to tip over and say, we're all screwed. I really don't care. I'm not voting.
Oh, Jesus. I think there are some people who are going to do that. I really do. Because they're going to say the same thing. What the hell's the reason for I to vote for? It don't count for anything.
Okay.
You know,
I'm asking because I'm wondering if that's going to be some of the mentality.
I think it's going to be some of the mentality.
Okay.
I really do. Because I think a lot of people realize that this part of the state has no impact on the state elections at all, other than the local people that are running.
Mhm.
Yeah, we know that.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, these are all questions that'll be pretty much answered by tomorrow night, 9,
Yeah.
10 o'clock. People
Yeah,
will know.
but there will be people that feel that way.
Sure. I just wondered if it's a growing number.
I hope not.
Because in the last year, especially in the last year, I mean, inflation has just it's been hurting so many people. You call it what you want. I mean, the United States has printed trillions of dollars in the last couple of years, more than they've ever printed in the history of the United States. What do you think happens with that? Prices go up, way up.
But you know, a lot of people, what they're not thinking about is they're not looking at their 401ks and things of that nature.
I look at it every day.
The finance, because you're taking a hit so bad that it's unbelievable how much money you're losing. If you had a big nest egg in there and it wasn't in the right spot, guess what? You're losing thousands of dollars.
My 401k, it's a little known commodity.
Yeah.
But it's an old timers commodity that it's called Maxwell House can.
Oh, and I know people that are actually pulling money out and sticking it in a bank because it's more protected being, they're not making any money on it, but of course they're not losing it either.
Mhm.
They're actually pulling money out and putting money in the bank. Yep. Because every day you're losing money. Unless
Not if you put it in a Maxwell House can.
that's
You're not losing anything.
yeah. And then pretty much putting in the bank, you pretty much put in the Maxwell House can because you're not really gaining anything and you're not really losing anything.
Or you buy crypto.
Well, we all know that doesn't work.
That was weird. Wasn't that
Yeah,
weird?
That was weird. Yeah.
Definitely weird.
But I know people that are doing that.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Victoria says, I refuse to look at my 401k.
it's
It's scary. Yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah.
You know, it's if you're a younger person, you know, and you have your money and your finances, you're going to recover. But retirees
Uh-huh.
who have been retired for a number of years, and that money's been taken out, it's gone. It's going to take years to come back, and a lot of these people ain't going to make it.
Yeah.
They ain't going to come back. You know, so it's.
I think it'll
scary.
come back eventually, but not like the rubber band that people think it's going to come back
Yeah.
like that. It'll come back eventually. It always does.
Yeah.
It always does. You don't even know real estate, right? I mean, real estate, gets that, rides the top of the mountain and then it's very cyclical, drops down
Now it's
and then it goes back up again.
down again.
Because the interest rates are really high.
Yeah, real estate. So
Coupled with the rates going up and no inventory.
Yep.
Or little to no inventory.
Yep.
To be sold.
there's no more bidding wars for houses anymore. That's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're lucky. And a lot of times, if you bought something, your house has probably lost some value already.
I didn't buy my house to sell it.
No, I know that.
I bought it because
But-
I'm going to have a mortgage.
yeah,
And
I know that.
there we go.
But if you, a lot of
I came
people,
to say hello.
Oh, hi. Yeah, we're right in the middle. Hey, come on in, Kathy. No. Come on in.
You always say that. You can see me less now.
No. You're here now.
Yeah, I'm here, but
You got somewhere to go?
yeah.
All of a sudden.
No, I do. I just wanted to say hello.
Oh,
Hi.
it's
Hi,
Kathy.
everyone.
Hold on. Let's make sure people see.
No.
Yes. Hold on. There she is.
Hi.
There you go. It's Kathy from
Don't
Matt's
forget
Mission.
to vote tomorrow.
Huh?
Don't forget to vote tomorrow.
Yeah, that's all we've been talking about.
Yeah.
That's all we're gonna. Huh?
Hot.
I texted Matt like a half an hour ago. I said it's hot up here.
Yeah. For me to be
So,
hot, it's hot.
Yeah. Cause it's hot up here.
Yeah. Ooh, and I also-
Shut up.
Okay, have a good day.
All right, my
I'll
dear.
see everyone tomorrow voting, I hope.
Yeah. Are you in the office today?
No,
Oh, okay.
why? Did you need something?
No, just thought we'd visit for a few minutes.
Okay, tomorrow, Matt Van. Oh.
Yeah.
The medication assisted treatment van will be out tomorrow
Yeah. Good.
from 10 to noon.
All right. So the Matt van.
The Matt van, the
Where-
medication assisted treatment van and harm reduction services will be out tomorrow between 10 and noon,
Mhm.
right in front of Matt's Mission, right in front of SN Radio.
Yeah.
SN Radio.
Well, that's right. There's two SNs there.
Two SN.
See, look, it's on the door even.
I know, and I always forget the second SN. So
Okay.
right in front of SN Radio.
Kathy's initials are K.
Okay, that's it. Okay. Okay, have a great day.
All right. Bye,
guys.
Kathy. She's such a sweetheart. Oh my God! Imagine if Brian Lanou was here visiting. Victoria just said so. She goes, "Good thing Brian isn't here because," and the only reason I'm sure I know what she means is Brian would be a puddle of sweat
oh yeah,
because he just
he
sweats
Oh, yeah.
constantly.
Yeah.
How much water does he have to drink to stay
A
hydrated?
lot. Yeah,
And he looks good. He lost a lot of weight.
yeah.
He looks, like
Yeah.
he's getting back to high school shape again.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a strong some bitch. Let me tell you, that boy is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't mess with Brian Lanou. You're gonna vote for me. I'm gonna lift you and throw you. And then he gives you that little 15-year-old boy smile. Oh, Brian.
Yeah.
Oh, Brian. So tomorrow's it's kind of, I think this is one of the midterms that has gotten more attention in the last decade.
Well, not necessarily locally, but federally, it has gotten a lot of attention because of everybody's sick of what's going on in Washington. So
Mhm.
that's where the big red machine is coming from,
Mhm.
federal. It's
Yeah.
going to be interesting to see how many votes turn.
Yeah.
How many states actually go from, blue to red or vice versa.
Right.
There's still a lot of people undecided, So it's going to be interesting to see.
Great. I don't know. I still don't. You didn't. I don't think you gave a prediction on how many voters were going to show up.
We're in town. I didn't give any prediction.
Huh?
I didn't give any prediction.
That's why I'm saying
No, I'm not giving.
you're not going to
I'll
do it.
say-
How many voters? I'm not asking you who you're voting for, Paul. I'm saying how many voters do you think will show up in the town of Griswold?
I would think it'd be somewhere around 2,200.
All right. So you and I are.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a
Okay.
big number.
Rich is at 19. That's what we got. I'm at 21. So we're pretty much the same.
Yeah, I don't think
And
it's-
Court is said in over about 3,000.
Well, maybe he knows something we
So,
don't know.
I don't
It
know.
all depends how people feel.
Huh?
How people feel, because let's face it, they're coming in not necessarily for local, they're coming in for state and federal.
Right.
That's what they're coming for. People don't like what's happening with the state one. I mean, with the federal one with Blumenthal and whatever her name is. That's the only federal one we got. And Courtney. I don't know who's Courtney's. Yeah. But then you have a lot of, there's a lot of state ones that are running too. So, I mean, are people going to split? We don't know. Are people going to go
It's-
across the board?
You know what? I think there's one fact that we all pretty much know during every election day is we never know how it's going to turn out.
No, we don't. All depends if people go across the board. In other words, if people are going to run straight one ticket, what's
Okay.
happened the last time. So we don't know what's going to happen this time.
But I guess is the economy on such a turn that people feel they need to vote
I hope so.
one way?
I hope so.
We'll see.
Because if we don't try to we need to have change. And I hope people realize that. And I think some people like the way it is, especially if you're getting something for free. So why would you want to change it if you're getting something for free? But those are people.
What do you mean? Explain.
Huh?
Explain.
Well, there's a lot of lower income that's making out pretty good. I mean, right now they're going to get I don't know how many millions of dollars the state has to provide them with fuel oil and stuff. They're going to get paid money. They're going to get money for that. Where middle class and seniors are not going to get anything.
Yep.
Which is, just because, and then a lot of them right now are still getting that child care thing for kids. You're getting up to, I think a family can get up to $750 depending on how many kids you got, which is not a bad thing to take. Except, I mean, I wouldn't mind having $750 extra a month in my paycheck,
Rich says people are very worried about the economy. However, party lines, for some reason, tend to make a big difference. And Paul is correct. Handouts need to stop.
Yeah, that's what's doing it. That's why I believe the Hartford, the Bridgeport, because that's where a lot of low income people live in those areas. Bridgeport, not so much Stamford, because Stamford's kind of a Norwalk. There's a lot of
Oh, I mean, parts of Norwalk is affluent.
yeah, but
Not all of it, but that's when
No.
you get closer to Stamford,
Yeah.
Darien, and Greenwich.
those are some of the towns are rich, but some of them aren't. And that's where a lot of your New Haven. That's where a lot of this stuff-
Where in New Haven?
No, I'm saying that's where a lot of low income. A lot of the
okay,
extra
right,
funds
right.
are going. And that's the big voting state. So why would you vote against?
Well, West Haven is not
West Haven.
lower income,
No.
and a lot of parts of East Haven.
Yeah.
You're talking about inner city New Haven,
That's where a lot of money's going. They give it. They're making.
and then there's South Haven.
South Haven.
Yeah, it's not really there.
No.
It's just so.
I know, but that's where the votes are coming from. Why would you cut your nose and spite your face if you're getting money coming in?
Yep.
You know,
And do you think that's why the Democratic Party feels that they're getting the votes?
we don't. We're not lucky enough. I mean, I'm sure there's a few people in town that do get some extra funds coming out of Hartford, but there's not a lot of people that are taking advantage of that because they don't qualify.
Corey says the child income tax credit only occurred one time. It's not monthly. It's not monthly. You're correct. However,
It's going
Melissa
on.
got one about a week ago.
They're coming in there. I think the maximum you can get up to $750.
Yeah, she got $240 or something like that.
They're coming in because the state's got all that extra
Yeah.
money and they're handing it out. And of course, they're letting people know because they want people to get that money because they wanted it right
Right.
before the election. So that's why they're mentioning it.
Bing.
Absolutely.
All right. So I think we've kind of beat this with a stick.
Yeah. I mean, I hope people go out and vote because if we don't do something, it's not going to get any better. It's going to get worse.
But the best thing you can do is get out and vote. Whoever you're going to vote for, just vote.
Yeah.
I think it would be great to see in Griswold the 3,000 votes being cast.
I do too.
I think that would be awesome.
I think it'd be a
That'd
good
be
message.
incredible.
It'd be a good message
Yeah.
to somebody saying, "Hey, look, these people are sick of it. especially, I don't know how they're going to vote, but
Like to see it in Plainfield as well.
yeah.
All the towns,
Yeah.
with a much larger contingency going out to the polls.
Yeah.
Because we haven't had that. I mean, you see it. I mean, look at, Jennifer said it earlier. There's more people. We don't get people going out voting for a referendum, yet people bitch and moan about the budget, but they don't go out and do anything about it.
I know.
They just sit there, and go, well, I'm going to sit here and complain. I've changed my name to NIMBY.
No, you're right. I agree. I mean, that's unfortunately, people are not going to do anything. Then it'll be status quo, and then don't bitch about it because you're paying $9 a gallon for oil, and you're freezing your butt off because you can't afford to heat the house.
Yeah.
Or you can't go to the store and you're eating spam.
I like spam, actually.
I know, but
You slice
gonna
it,
go right
you
back-
fry it up,
gonna go
put a
back-
little mustard on it. It's pretty delicious.
you're going back to World War II. We'll be giving out cheese.
They still do that.
Do they?
Yeah, but I like spam. I really do. So it's crushed bone and pork lips. So what? It tastes delicious.
Yeah.
Do you like spam?
I've eaten it. But I don't make
That's
it.
not what I
I
asked.
mean, I don't make a habit of eating it. I don't,
Okay.
I don't. Yeah.
All right. I think right now we should
Quit.
Wow.
Power ahead.
Jeez.
Well,
Now let's just kind of go over the holidays that you should be celebrating that you didn't know that existed in the first place
oh, I
today.
did. Okay.
So we're just going to go over some of the holidays. These are some things that you could do today if you don't want to think about Election Day tomorrow. It's Hug a Bear Day, like teddy bears.
Oh,
Okay. It's Job Action Day, meaning actually do something. It's Little League Girls Day,
kind of,
celebrating girls that play Little League baseball or softball.
it's kind of late in the year.
There's fall ball.
Oh, man, I don't call that little league.
Today is National Bittersweet Chocolate with Almonds Day. How did people come up with this? It's Notary Public Day. It's National Retinol Day. And the last one, and certainly not least, National Canine Lymphoma Awareness Day.
Hmm.
So there you go. So those are the holidays today that you could be celebrating that you didn't know that existed in the first place.
Oh.
So,
Gotcha.
all righty.
Gotcha.
All right, we got to take our leave of absence. We'll see you tomorrow morning once again for Election Day 2022, and I think it's going to be interesting. I don't think it's going to be as monumental as people may think.
Well, we'll have something to talk about on Wednesday.
We'll find out. So,
Yeah.
all right, Paul.
All
Have a
right.
wonderful day. You guys have a wonderful day as well. Thanks for coming in, and even the trolls that kind of sat there and didn't say anything. Hopefully tomorrow you'll want to comment and join in the conversation. Till then, have a good day, everyone.
As our state senator, Heather Summers is delivering results for Eastern Connecticut and challenging the status quo in Hartford. Fighting for our families, Heather Summers worked across party lines to pass a $600 million tax cut, stood with police to keep our communities safe, and defended parents' rights in our schools. Fighting for lower taxes, Summers successfully eliminated retirement taxes for seniors, expanded the child tax credit, repealed the tax on medical centers, and paused Connecticut's gas tax. Fighting for affordable, high-quality health care, Heather Summers